Alright, so I'm going to be doing a review of Blacula, Return of the King. Um, this was another comic from the Indie Hall that my good friend Chris sent me. Chris, thank you once again. And yeah, so for those who don't know, I love the movie Blacula. I really enjoy it. It's one of those fun 70s blaxploitation movies that it just carries on the name alone, right? But there's more to it. Like, there's actually like a cool story behind it. The character of Mamuwalde is a really pretty engaging, sympathetic monster. I really like that, so I was very excited to get this book. Not only is it a comic about the character, but also it's written by Rodney Barnes and and artwork by Jason Sean Alexander. Now, that basically means that this is from the creative team of Philadelphia, which I've only read the first volume, and I really want to read more. Chris keeps saying he's going to send me more of Philadelphia, and I'm very excited now because there's a event going on. I think it's either wrapped up or still going on that involves Philadelphia crossing over with Spawn, Savage Dragon, and Blacula, and they're all fighting Dracula. That's a really cool idea. Anyway, so what is this book? Blacula: Return to the King. Blacula: Return to the King is more of a requel. Not requel. A direct It treats itself as a direct sequel to the original movie. I guess it basically ignores everything from Scream, Blacula, Scream, which I don't blame it. It was not a good movie. So what is this story about? Like I said, it treats itself as a direct sequel to the original film, in that Mamuwalde has been in hell for a while, demanding to be free. Literally, he's going to the devil every day and demanding his freedom from Satan. Until one day, Blacula just Mamuwalde decides, fuck this, I'm just gonna will myself to life, and go hunt down Dracula, the man who cursed me. Yeah, I guess you could just do that in hell, I guess. But yeah, while this is going on, there's been a string of murders occurring across Los Angeles, especially in the lower parts of town. And it's believed to be the cause of the... because they basically treat Mamuwalde's killings, and they even call him Blacula. They basically treat the Blacula killings as the Candyman murders, where he's treated as a local legend in the urban parts of of Los Angeles. The black communities treat him as almost like a deity. It's actually I would love to see this creative team, Barnes and Sean Alexander. I would absolutely love to see them do a Candyman comic. It's very clear they could do that. So I would love for them to do a comic on that character. The story also focuses on a group trying to find Blacula while he's alive, and we also involve Dracula, who is still adjusting to modern day. There's a lot of bells and whistles going on in this book, and it's only 5 issues. I really do feel like this comic should have been given... they at least should have done one more issue. At least make it 6 issues. The whole point of this book is that it's Mamuwalde hunting down Dracula, but really, it feels like 3 separate stories are going on, and it's very jankily... That's not a word. It's very put in a jank way of how they come together. The main character looking for Blacula, Tina, and her group known as who are amateur vampire hunters are looking for Mamuwalde. Mamuwalde's looking for Dracula, and Dracula's fuck all aware of what's going on. In fact, they don't encounter each other till the tail end of the comic. There's a 2-3 page fight between Dracula and Mamuwalde, and it doesn't really feel that satisfying. If they had encountered each other earlier throughout the book, then maybe, and I think they do have some banter back and forth earlier in the book, but really, it doesn't feel warranted in a way. Yeah. It's a pretty decent book. I do like the artwork by Jason Sean Alexander. I think he does a lot of great work with shadows and whatnot. Obviously, Philadelphia and the Nightmare blog. Those books are very beautifully well done. I also loved his work in the Spawn books. And yeah, there is a lot to like here. Don't get me wrong. The guys definitely know how to write an action scene. Do not get it twisted. They definitely know how to write an action scene. They definitely know how to do a horror scene as well. But I just feel like this could have benefited from just one more issue, and maybe if we just focused on Mamuwalde instead of having this group of like a Mystery Inc. group of essentially of characters, and just focus on the Mamuwalde and Dracula war between the two characters. And also, it kind of leaves off, and maybe someone can explain this, because I feel like it's a reference to another movie, where basically Dracula is talking to Satan, and Satan's just like, I'll take care, someone else will take care of him, and he's going to be a werewolf. And I'm like, I feel like I should know that. I feel like as a horror fan, I feel like I should know, are they trying to reference the werewolf from The Beast Must Die, or is it fucking the werewolf from the Werewolf TV show from the 80s? Who is it? I'm kind of leaning towards the unknown werewolf character to the character from The Beast Must Die, if you remember, if any of you remember that movie. But yeah, it's not a bad book, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. And it also does treat itself as more of a, when you understand that this is more of a prologue to the story involving the crossover with Philadelphia. But anyway, so once again, Chris, thank you so much for the comic, and hope you all enjoyed this review. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.